That street down from Lillian.
Is this us? Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Today in LA, and the frog is still in my throat, Hofstadty.
Good morning, Mike.
Jeffrey
How you doing?
Bennett, my good friend with Sanders Trucking, is with us, as he is every Monday at this time. And man, the trucks were rolling this weekend, especially down 231.
The weather's got pretty great. People are doing things. You know, Mike, we always talking about the facilities we offer at our yard. I got a call yesterday from Derek Thompson. He said, "You know what I just saw?" I said, "What?" He said, "I just saw this truck pull up at the washateer bobtail, and I was wondering what he was doing." And the guy got out with a duffel bag to wash his clothes.
That's right, to wash his clothes. So,
you know what I got to say about that? If he'd been driving for Sanders, he could have went to the driver line and washed for free.
Exactly right.
Free, Mike. Free.
No question about it. Of course, it's good to have Jeffrey Bennett on our show today, and we're talking about Sanders Truck Lines in Troy, Alabama. Now, you know, we're talking about that bypass and here in Troy, and we got a big city bypass, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
And I bet there are a lot of truckers that dread coming through Troy, especially on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
You know, I've been seeing it here lately. Our town is just really picking up on Friday. It's like it was the highway to the beach.
You can't hardly get through there, and of course the 18-wheelers. You know, this is the only thoroughfare. Well, what would you say to the Florida line, the quickest way to the Florida line, or what?
231 or 331. Yeah. Both of these. You know, go to Dothan, hit the interstate. Everybody's got to come through here.
But just traffic between Dothan and Montgomery is a lot, isn't it?
And a lot of drivers.
Yeah, and then of course your drivers are going to go north to I-65 in Montgomery and move on up the country.
But you know what I think about every time I see one of those trucks come through? They should be driving for us. If you live, you know, we was looking at it the other day in the office. You know, we the largest trucking company in Alabama.
Well,
I did not know that.
Well, it doesn't surprise me though.
I did not know that. Yeah. I should know stuff like that. We are the largest trucking company in Alabama.
Yeah, well, it didn't surprise me. I always thought you were one of the largest in the country.
Yeah, well, we're among the largest in the country, and we was talking about that in one of the safety meetings, and the guy said in the state of Alabama we're largest and among the highest paid.
Well, you know something that I noticed too,
right here in Troy, Alabama.
Since you've been coming on this show, I've been noticing clean trucks. Yours is the cleanest truck out there, you know. And you know what? When you got 750 trucks on the road all the time, and I mean they got more trucks than that, but we're talking about on the road. You could put a nice little advertisement on the back if you wanted to, couldn't you?
Yeah, we do on some of our trailers. But you know, the reason that is, and I'm pretty sure you know this name I'm about to call. It's T-Mac, you call him, but it's Terry McPherson.
That's right, one of my good friends.
We have a top-notch, and I'm not just saying it's a top-notch washing facility.
Yeah.
Where they go through, and then we have a man that preps it. We don't just run it through there and say, "Okay, here you go, driver." We prep it. And you know, a lot of our drivers, you know, drivers like clean trucks, and that's fine. A lot of them will bring their truck without the trailer. And we allow that. You know, they'll bring their truck. They want a little special. They want a little special something to it, you know. You know, we let them do that. We're proud of that. We're proud of that facility.
All of you've got, most of those trucks got those shiny wheels too, don't
they? Yeah, that's an extra. They like that.
Yeah. Of course, we're talking about Sanders Truck Lines in Troy, Alabama, and we want you. And of course, you've got $1,000. You got $1,000 on you this morning.
And let me tell you something that we've started doing. This truck driving school in Montgomery, Trenholm. Went up there this week, had a meeting with him, and we're gonna start working real close with them. And I don't usually do this, but this is something that I feel a need to do. If you don't have a CDL and you want to find out how to get one, give me a call. We're working on helping you get a CDL.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got a lot of people. Everybody wasn't meant to be a doctor, a lawyer,
Yeah,
or a
you're
teacher.
right, yeah.
Truck driving, I mean, you make $100,000 just sitting around going from state to state. That ain't too bad.
Pretty good.
I raised 4 kids doing it.
Exactly
Sitting to the college, so it's a good living. It's a good living, and we gotta. You could recommend a good college, couldn't you?
No question about it. I sure could. Troy University.
I thought
Won't
you could. I thought you could.
And of course, we're live and running on Facebook across the world right now. We got a call coming in. Good morning, you're on Today in LA. How you doing?
Hi, morning.
Where you calling from this morning, sir?
Vestavia Hills, Alabama.
Vestavia Hills, Alabama. That's the Birmingham area.
Yeah, that's a fine area of Birmingham.
Yeah, I bet you if you drove a few miles, you'd see a Sanders truck, I bet.
Yeah, you know, I hear them. I see 459 interstate from where I live.
That's right, yeah.
Really?
See them off in the distance.
I bet if you sat out there, how many Sanders trucks you think you could
I'd be
count?
scared to call a number.
You count at least 50, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I'd be scared. And,
like you had a pollen plant, Dad.
Well, I really did, and I get it in my throat.
How about this? It's 42 degrees up here right now.
Is it really? Gosh, that is cool in Birmingham.
It
was real pleasant in Troy, don't you think?
I think it was. I walked this morning. It was looking.
Let me just say this: temperatures in the 80s this week, pretty much all week long.
All week long. Good week to be sitting around.
So Troy goes 11-2 in football and doesn't have one guy drafted. That's pretty amazing. That Dill Brown had a team that was that talented, but none of those guys were drafted in the NFL. Brandon Silvers, I guess, will be a free agent.
Yeah, he will. There'll be some free agents. There'll be some wide receivers free. You know what? It's a better deal being a free agent, Mike, because you can select your own team. You know, if you were drafted by Cleveland Browns, you got to play for the Cleveland Browns, you know? And who wants to play for the Cleveland Browns?
What about Chubb? Do you think he'll get a look?
Yeah, he'll get a look. He'll get a chance to go to a camp. Hey, other running back will too, Mike.
How about Bo Scarborough from Alabama? He leaves early his senior year. At one time was probably the top running back in the country before he breaks his leg against Clemson. And he goes number in the 7th round at pick 236.
He was one of the last guys picked, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that's hard to believe. Alabama set the record all time for 12 guys to go in the NFL draft. That broke their record of, I think, 10 from a couple of years ago.
Exactly right. We're talking Sanders truck lines this morning, and, of course, ladies and gentlemen, across the country, you're going to see Sanders trucks on the road today. Carrying loads to and from Troy, Alabama.
He was talking about the draft, and I'm just curious because I missed it. Where did Ridley go to receive?
Ridley went 26
overall,
in the first round to the Atlanta Falcons.
So he becomes an instant millionaire.
What are they going to do with him and Julio over there?
Hey, won't that be something?
You'll basically have somebody open on every play, probably.
You know what? I think it might be the steal of the whole draft for Atlanta, to have another great receiver on the other side so they won't constantly be double teaming.
Wouldn't you hate to be a defense coordinator on Saturday night and you finna play them Sunday?
Yeah.
I tell you what, Matt Ryan was off last year, though. Didn't you think that? I didn't think he had near the year he had the year before.
No, I don't think he did. But again, you know, they probably should have signed a quarterback just to push old Ryan a little bit, you know?
Well, a lot of people were wanting Lamar Jackson, but you know, he ended up going Ozzie Newsome picked him with the Ravens in the last pick in the first round, so he'll push Flacco, I guess.
Yeah, you need to invite Ozzie to come down for the weekend. We'll feed him real good and all that. The Wizard of Oz that played in Alabama, you remember him?
Yeah, I remember him.
Boy, was he a
pretty
great
amazing.
player.
His senior year in high school, he led Colbert County to the state championship in football, basketball, and they lost in the championship game in baseball.
Golly. You know, their pitcher was a guy that went on to Auburn. Did you know that?
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, what was his name?
You know, Ozzie Newsome, though, I mean, a lot of people don't realize, I mean, he's a Hall of Fame player, but he's also a Hall of Fame, you know, front office GM.
Oh, yeah,
really?
no question. I mean, he's one of the top GMs in the country.
Yeah, that was his last draft.
One time down in Mobile during the Senior Bowl, and I wasn't conscious of what I was doing, I don't reckon. we were talking sports around the table, and some word led to Ozzie Newsome, and I started talking about Ozzie Newsome of the Wizard of Oz, and he was sitting right next to me. He was sitting right next to me. I didn't recognize him.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I think a lot of people don't realize, I mean, just what a legendary figure he is in college and NFL.
No question about it. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful weather this morning and pretty much throughout the week. And Sanders, trucks move in and out every day. Is that right?
Every day, every day. The wonderful thing about that, Mike, with this kind of weather here, you actually make a little more money. And when I say a little more money, because you don't have to worry about weather, you know, like, because we don't run. If it's snowed in, you can go on down the road, and the economy picks up. But we have our own freight, so we don't sit nowhere.
Now let me ask you this: let's take a driver, and he usually can be home, at least two days a week or more. He's working for Sanders, but if he wanted to stay out longer, could he?
Yes.
I mean,
not only that,
if he could say, I want an extra load or something like that.
Not only that, we have drivers that actually go out and they tell us when they want to come home.
Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm. And if they stay out long enough, because we take good care of our equipment, and they truck needs servicing while they're on the road, pick up the phone and call, and we'll get you in a major truck stop.
Who are some of those guys in the dispatch department? Who are some of those guys?
Robin Sullivan.
I know Robin well.
You know Robin?
Well, he's the county commissioner, too.
Yeah. Kevin Baker.
Yeah,
he's
I know
local.
Kevin real well, yeah.
You know David Rose?
Know him real well. Coached him.
What about Charles Rose?
Coached him.
All right.
You know those Rose boys, don't you, Mike?
I know Brad Rose. I'm a little bit,
That's right. That's his
David's
son. That's David's son. I know Brad.
Who was a very good football player and coaching now.
Yeah, he was coaching one time over in
Camden. Boy, you talking
Where's
about?
he at now?
He was at Florella last time I knew him.
Florella. Now I think he's coaching in Florida somewhere now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I tell you what, I get a kick out of this, and people probably get tired of hearing it, but if I've ever known a good friend of mine that had outkicked his coverage when he got married, David Rose would be the #1 guy.
I
played a lot of golf with David over the years.
Really?
My very good friend, Crease and all that bunch. Boy, we had some good times.
You know, those guys, I mean, I could just sit here and name after name, but I say this all the time. Even in the driver department, we got several people that's been there 10 to 15 years or more.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Made their living there. Yes,
made their living there, you know. I was telling you, thinking about David Rose, it's funny to say that. I told David one day, I said, I told him on TV, this is the only job I've ever had. He said, well, if I go in there, I can tell them the same thing. This is the only job I ever had.
Saw Mike Harrell yesterday. I don't know if he works with a truck in a while.
He does.
A good friend of mine, T-Mac, Mike Harrell, all grew up together, played on the same baseball team. And,
okay.
Mike was a little left-handed hitter, good friend of mine, and I could name him a lot of.
If you hired on with us, Mike Harrell would be one of the first person you would meet after you got hired. He assigns trucks. He's over the trucks in the truck line. That's his job.
Got you,
yeah.
My brother Joel, I had supper with him last night. He's been with y'all a long time.
Joel Amos.
That's right.
Okay.
I thought Joel had retired. He
still goes in. Still goes in. With the fuel and permit.
How's it work as far as the truck stops you stop in overnight? I mean, do these guys have a choice? I mean, if they wanted to, do you always sleep in your truck, or could you stay in a motel? How's that work?
Now, that's strictly up to you. If you're broke down now, we try not to sit, Mike. So what we do is, say for instance, I'm going to give you a good for instance. If you go to Miami and it's Friday and you unload and, maybe you just want to stay down there. Now, that room would be on you, but if something happened trucking-wise on our end, then we would pay for your room. But now truck stops, we fuel at only major truck stops, only major
that's right.
ones, nice ones like
Yeah.
Petros,
Exactly.
TAs, Loves.
Yeah.
We don't, nothing against mom and pop truck
sure.
stop, but a guy needs a place where he can go in,
I
relax.
know it's going to be good food too.
Good food,
So most of those guys go in and shower too. You always hear that when I go to some of those Love truck stops, get gas, and walk in there once in a while. You'll hear them say, "Shower so and so is open."
Yeah, every time you fuel, you automatically get a free shower. Now let me tell you what we do about that. We offer at our yard. That's another thing. We have towels, a shower, just a real nice facility. Sure. So when you come to Troy, you can look nice and look neat. And that's another thing with fueling at these major truck stops. We're so big, you don't really have to buy fuel. You can say I'm with Sanders and I need to get a shower, and that's just gonna be it because we got no trucks coming through there.
Mike, there's a stunner this morning in the headlines of the sports. Last hole birdie helps Auburn edge Alabama in golf. How about that?
What is that in? SEC golf?
But when was the last time Auburn beat Alabama in golf?
I don't know. Auburn's had some really good players. Duffner,
Oh, I know
Kazir,
it.
and they got 2 or 3 guys on the tour.
Yeah. Then Logano won yesterday. Snap's longest losing streak at Talladega.
Did you
You know,
see the end of the
Talladega was
race,
going
though?
on, and I don't believe I said a word about it all week. And a lot of your buddies are and you're a big.
I love it. But did you see oh man, 30 laps to go.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Well, Jimmy Johnson, he just does something to me.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just
sure.
spins out in front of the 24 car and causes mayhem up there.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody touched him. He just spin out.
Yeah, exactly. It cost the race to somebody,
So they had a big wreck yesterday?
Oh, yeah. With about 30 laps to go, Mike, they took out like 10 or 12. I'm a 24 fan because my birthday is
a lot of it is luck, isn't it? A lot of it is luck.
Yeah.
Or maybe all of it's luck. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, they all drive by the same.
Well, it's so competitive
yeah.
now, but I got respect for anybody that can be that close to somebody run 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, no
I just
question.
take my hat off
So
to
they
them.
do the restrictor. They do the restrictor plates to slow them down or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a restrictor plate, right?
And so they're all
I tell
set
you
up
what,
to
if you
run
want to
about
see
the same.
a lot of traffic, get on 459 on Thursday or Friday afternoon, and all you see is RB going to Talladega.
And you know what,
Yeah.
Mike? But we didn't talk about it much. I mean, what I'm saying, I don't know if they promote it like they should. Do y'all? I know you get free tickets.
They
everyone
promote it up here.
Yeah,
You could go every race, couldn't you?
yeah, we get a lot of tickets. No, I haven't been to Talladega in the last 2 years.
Who's some of the big guys that go to a lot of the races?
Terry
Yeah.
gets us tickets. Dwayne Stewart.
Yeah.
Derek Thompson goes.
Yeah.
Pennzoil is one. We
Oh, yeah.
use Pennzoil and they give us tickets. But, Talladega, NASCAR itself just ain't
Wiley,
what it
I
used to
believe
be.
Wiley could get a free ticket, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. We had a sticker on one of the cars one
Yeah.
time. I don't know why it's still on.
Yeah, no, I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a sticker. We sponsored a car one
Yeah,
time.
exactly. I know this. It's big in Birmingham.
Is it
Well,
big in
racing-
Birmingham?
Racing is big in Birmingham. Isn't that right, Mike?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
In fact, why don't y'all just go ahead and build
Yeah,
your
a lot
track?
of people-
Build your track and have your own race down here.
Y'all
Y'all could do it.
race at the Barber, Sports Museum.
Yeah, I've been up there. That is a nice place. You ever been up there?
Yeah, Dad's been there. If you
My
like
son-in-law
motorcycles-
works for Barber. Works for him in real estate end of it. But Barber, is the same family of Barber's Milk, but they sold out of that a long time ago.
Oh, really?
But
I
he-
went one time. and I
That Formula
enjoyed
One type racing, I
Hey.
can't get into that.
I just like racing, period.
Yeah, I know and I understand. Well, you've been around it a lot. Everybody in the country knows who Sanders is. Don't you know every race car driver out there knows what a Sanders truck line looks
Do
like?
you remember Bill Thompson?
Yeah.
He used to work for us. Sadly to say, but he passed away several years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, I
But
love
Bill
Bill.
was a big race fan. I'm surprised you didn't ever go up there with him.
Yeah.
Remember the big bus they had? Him and
Yeah, I
Al
heard about it,
Slaughter. They had a big Mike. They had a big old bus.
Al Slaughter, yeah, man. When you ride,
They
somewhere
work
with Al
on that
Slaughter.
thing all weekend, and they get a designated driver to drive up and one to drive back.
Yeah,
you
I know y'all had a great time.
I don't know why they would need a designated
Yeah,
driver.
I know it.
Did you go to Troy Fest any?
Yeah, I went to Troy Fest. It was real nice. A lot of folks. You know, they
Real
did-
crowded.
You know,
What,
I tell you,
what happened with the baseball team yesterday? They gave up 16 runs.
well, they came back from 4 down to tie the game at 7, and then gave up next inning, gave up 8 runs. But they won the series, but lost the game yesterday. I tell you, this is a good Troy baseball team. Play Jacksonville tomorrow.
Yeah, I was telling my wife, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday they'll play Mississippi State
I'm coming up there.
up here in Birmingham at the Hoover Met. We might try to take the little one out there for a little while.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You going to it, Mike?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go see us play Mississippi State. You know, that's a good baseball program. You know.
Mississippi State ought to be tired of
That's what
Troy
I'm saying.
State. They don't beat them in
I know
football.
it. That's right. And Troy's liable to beat them again. Troy in baseball can play with anybody. In fact, their program's as good as anybody in baseball.
Anybody,
Division I, and our guys do a great job of recruiting and coaching. You know.
You know, when you look at Troy, Alabama, it's a small town that totes a big punch. It's got
Sure
Wiley
does.
Sanders Trucking. It's got Troy State.
Yeah, that's right.
Henderson Black and Green.
That's right.
It's got some major plants.
Oh, yeah.
We got the peanut plant
Yeah,
out
and
there.
boy, do you ever get in his peanut butter?
Yeah.
Boy, it's great stuff.
I mean, we got a lot of things going on.
Oh,
then you
yeah.
got Troy Cable, which we
Yeah.
own now. Just all
Troy Cable,
over
one of the
world.
largest cable TV companies around, and of course you can just go on and on. You know, you
With
got a-
Troy, just
Yeah,
right
you
here
got
from
a-
Troy.
You got a big time missile plant up the road. Probably
Just
got a
right
missile-
up the road.
Probably got a missile pointed at us. Wouldn't you say, Mike?
I don't know.
No, it's pointed over there. Read that headline you read.
No, from somewhere outside of the country.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope not.
Well, you know, a missile plant that builds missiles. When you think they'd have somebody that have a rocket looking at
I
it.
wish you'd have kept that to yourself. I don't really want to think about it.
Yeah,
I do tell my wife, it
yeah,
is.
yeah. I love
amazing.
Martin Marietta, but
Martin Marietta is right outside of Troy.
yeah, but only that's the only problem. And we're proud of them, proud to have them, and of course that's a great company to work for too. And do y'all do any loads for them, or how does that work?
No, we don't do no loads for them. I think we do some stuff for them,
Yeah.
though, but we don't haul no
But,
dynamite or nothing.
But I know, like in Brundage, the big plants there in Brundage, y'all carry them. I know.
And Walmart.
Yeah.
Now we got trailers dropped at Walmart.
Yeah. How does that work? That Walmart.
It's
Walmart
real
distribution
nice.
center.
It's called a drop and hook, and Sanders is number one for doing that. When I say drop and hook, you have to have enough trailers to do this. Say for every truck we got, we probably got 25 trailers.
Yeah.
That makes your day easy as the driver. When you roll into a place, you may not necessarily unload. You may just give them the bill, sign,
Yeah.
dial it down. They call it drop and
Exactly
hook.
right, yeah.
Drop that trailer and hook to another trailer. You don't know
What
about
about, what about when
That's
the
that quick
distillery
money there.
opens?
Yeah, sure.
The
Yes, sir.
Clyde May Distillery, would y'all be able to take some of those loads across the
The
country
distillery
somewhere?
that's going to be built in Troy.
Oh yeah, if it's in Troy, we
Yeah.
gonna haul it. We got flatbeds, we gonna
Yeah,
haul it.
yeah. Want to mention another good old friend of mine that was raised over here on Fairview Street, still lives there, Herbie Davis.
Oh yeah, Herbie. I remember
Herbie's been with y'all a while.
a while. You know, Herbie is just one of those guys that's just Herbie.
Yeah.
You know, when he had to go to Galveston, he took some
Yeah.
young guys and well, he made a bond with them
Oh,
when
yeah.
they come back. I think some of them guys would not have made it if
He is
Herbie hadn't have been over
He's
there
a
with them.
great guy, no question
So when he
about
grew
it.
up, he just had a fair view. He didn't have a good view, just a fair view.
What now?
I had a buddy that grew up on Fairview Street, and he said, "I grew up on Fairview Street. I didn't have a good view. I just had a fair view."
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was real funny.
Yeah, exactly right. But of course, he was born and raised in Troy, Alabama.
I guess you lived. How close were you to Fairview Street, Dad? About 3 houses.
About 3 houses. You could throw a rock, hit Cheryl Crow's house, my hero. We're going to take a short break. And ladies and gentlemen, these are award-winning Sanders commercials. You know that, don't you? We'll be right back.
Drivers.
The new Smokehouse Pizza from Little Caesars is our first pizza with 3 smoked meats. So we got barbecue champion Big Mo Queson to test it out. 8-hour smoked brisket.
Certified beefified.
10-hour smoked pulled pork.
Certified hoggified.
Applewood smoked bacon.
Certified baconfied.
Drizzled with tangy barbecue sauce plus a Smokehouse seasoned crust.
Certified smokified.
The new Smokehouse Pizza. Only $9 and only at Little Caesars.
The old guy was breaking clean on a layup.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Here at Town & Country, we are proud to be an American.
We've had you covered on the inside since 2005, and with our addition of Southern Grill and Patio, we now have you covered on the outside. Come see our great selection, where we make sure grilling and relaxing go hand in hand.
Here's some Napa know-how for you. Your local Napa Auto Parts store in Troy is under new ownership with an all-new fully stocked store. Big deal, you say? Big deal, we say. Like the ownership, the store has a new look, too. We're still delivering the same Napa quality and know-how, but we've increased our inventory and are committed to helping you find the parts you need when you need them. So come check us out. We've got the right part at the right price at the right time.
Know-how, Napa know-how.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line that we offer Blue Cross Blue Shield, we offer dental, we offer disability, we offer vision, we offer life insurance, cancer insurance. We also have a 401k where we match up to 4%, dollar per dollar up to 4%. We also have automatic trucks at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. If you go to a truck driving school, we'll reimburse you. And don't forget about the $1,000 sign-on bonus. Money! Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We help you save for your
Pass, and I think we've gotten a little bit more of it again.
Back to our show, and of course we appreciate Hoss Daddy coming on our show. And Mike, I've been around a lot of people, delightful people in my life, and Hoss Daddy is one of them. Jeffrey Bennett is one great guy.
From friends that have worked out there over the years.
Well, he is a great guy. He sort of looks out over all of them, you know, and he's been with Sanders all his life, and takes great pride in what he does, and the Sanders, the whole Sanders company. Of course, it's one of the great businesses probably in the South is Sanders company.
So we're it's gonna be May 1st tomorrow, Dad. So you're looking at basically 2 months before football starts.
That's not much. That's not long. Boy, to be here before you know
starts
it.
around July.
Be here before you know it. Yeah. In fact, they'll the whole team will actually come together in June, the latter part of June, and everybody will enroll in school and have one of those short semesters. But they'll be together and start working out together. You know, they'll have some leaders. They'll have a trainer or a student assistant, somebody's allowed to go out there and organize some kind of workout if they want to every day. And then on August 1st, they just report in full gear.
Yeah.
You know, the high schools.
I was talking about Alabama's draft in football. And they had a record amount, 12 guys.
Yeah.
But they had Tony Brown, former 5-star, starting defensive back corner, runs a 4.38. Tony Brown doesn't even get drafted. And then Robert Foster, number 1 for Alabama, number 5-star receiver.
Yeah.
He doesn't get drafted. And then Levi Wallace, the starting quarterback last year, who had a great year, he doesn't get drafted. Alabama could have had as many as 15 to 16 guys get drafted.
I know it. You're exactly right.
And then what about this for Auburn? Jeff Holland, who was the leading sack guy on the team, number 4, had a phenomenal year, had 11 sacks. He doesn't even get drafted.
Golly, you're right. That's crazy.
And he went early. You know, he was a junior. He could have come back.
Yeah. Mike, I'll tell you.
That's got to these coaches when these guys don't don't even get drafted. They leave their junior year.
Yeah. Mike, everybody, the talk of the spring was a nose tackle that Troy's got that weighs 325. Mike, they say nobody can block him. You got to have 2 men or you can't block him. He is dominating, Mike.
Is he a guy that's been there before, or is he?
Well, he's fairly. I think he was a freshman last year. Will be a sophomore. Mike, they can't block him, and he just dominates. And you get a nose tackle there, wear a center out. You got a head for your game 1 already.
Yeah, that's kind of what Alabama did when Saban first got there with Big Cody.
That's right. They say it just punishes the center.
That first game against Clemson, nobody could block him.
Yeah, that's right. And you start having to block a guy with 2 men every time, that leaves somebody up to blitz or whatever,
Yeah, but it brings the linebacker up to be able to make more plays. That's right.
But Troy's front, I can't even mention.
Yeah, I didn't ask you, how did field goal kicking go? I know that was a struggle.
Number 98 did a good job of field goal kicking. He's a guy that.
I know the punter kicked the rest.
All right, that's who it is. He's a punter too, and he's kicking, and he did a great job. He did a great job punting. I mean, everything he was kicking was 45 to 50 yards, and they're real high punts. It gave everybody a chance to get under it.
Yeah, Daniel Carlson from Auburn, their great kicker, went in the 5th round, and then J.K. Scott, Alabama's great punter, went in the 5th round.
I read an article about him, and he was a lifelong Alabama fan. His whole family was Alabama.
His mom and dad are Alabama graduates.
All of them were fun. And what if we had Carlson? What if we would have had him? We would have won 4 or 5 national championships.
Yeah, that is hard to believe that he didn't go to Alabama. Now his brother kicked a 62-yard field goal in the spring, and he's at Auburn now.
Oh, yeah. And another thing, you never worried about kickoffs because he always kicked it in the end zone.
Yeah, that's true.
Or out of the end zone.
And apparently his granddad, I think, played at Alabama too, and he's one of the biggest supporters of Alabama football too. So, I mean, it goes way back in his family.
I know, and it really does. And, boy, he would have been
family,
great to have.
they live out in Colorado. That's where they're from.
He'd have been great to have, no question about it. Of course,
they had the golf tournament this weekend. Scott Percy and Billy Horschel combined. They play together as teams down in New Orleans, so they won.
Herschel's a good golfer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a kid from Florida. I like him. He's a good guy.
I was looking at.
Of course, before long, they'll have. If anybody wants to come to Birmingham, they'll have the Regents Tradition up here in the next 3 weeks. If you want to watch some of the big senior players playing in a major tournament up here in Birmingham,
that would be fun, no question. And of course, like you mentioned, next week Troy plays.
And then Memorial Day weekend, my mother-in-law will be working out at Shoal Creek. They'll have the Women's U.S. Open here.
Oh, really? Man, that's something.
That's gonna be Memorial Day weekend.
Shoal Creek's a great golf course. It really is. I watch. At Shoal Creek, I watch people putt on those greens. They're so fast that you just touch it. You just touch the ball and it rolls 20 feet.
Yeah, they moved that tournament back to Greystone, the Regents Tradition, and it's been a little bit everywhere up here.
I like Greystone. It's
Greystone, then went to Ross Bridge, and then they went from Ross Bridge to Shoal Creek, and now back to Greystone.
I like Greystone because it's a lot of good places to watch golf.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of fun.
Troy will play their big rival Jack State in baseball on Tuesday night in Troy, so hopefully Troy can bounce back.
Troy's 31 and 14.
Games, but of course, lost to Alabama earlier this week.
Right. Let me ask you this: who do we? All right, we're 31 and 14. How many do you think we got to win to make the tournament?
I was looking at it the other day. I think they got to get to 40 wins. I think 40 wins is a lot to get in the NCAA.
All right, so if they can beat Jacksonville, then who they play this weekend?
Let me look and see.
We don't have many games left. I know we've got Alabama and Auburn. We got Auburn coming in.
Here, I'll tell you the rest of the schedule. This weekend, they got to go to Statesboro and play Georgia Southern.
Oh, yeah, that'd be tough there.
So they got 1 against Jack State left, 3 against Georgia Southern, 1 against Mississippi State.
That's 6.
And and then they got 3 against ULM. They got Auburn in Troy on May 15th, and then they finish the season at South Alabama. So that's 3.
Is that at South Carolina, South Alabama?
I mean, I know at Troy.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, so those 3 games will be huge.
And I believe if we win 6, 5 or 6, we can go
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Troy needs to go 9-3.
Yeah.
Which is it's pretty tough to do, but if they go 9-3, or even 8-4, I think if you get 39 wins, I think they'll probably win one in the tournament. So if you win one in the tournament, you get the 40 wins.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be great? Where's the tournament going to be played? Do you know?
Well, I'm talking about the NCAA tournament. The Sun Belt tournament will be played in Cajun country.
See, you add those wins too, though, don't you?
Yeah, I mean the Sun Belt tournament will be played down in Lafayette, which is a great place
to play baseball. Yeah, long ways though.
Yeah,
long ways to go. But we'll be watching it closely. For the first time in a long time, they got all the baseball scores, Mike.
You know, Denison's got a chance to break the RBI record, too. I think he's at 53 right now.
Yeah.
The record's 70.
Yeah, he was amazing, I tell you. He's really played great. Of course,
I mean, can you imagine what it would have been like if Denison didn't come back this year?
Yeah, I know it. But they, of course...
I tell you what, Troy is a line drive hitting team, and, I mean, that's one thing about Troy is they got to put together a lot of hits to score runs. They just don't have the power.
That's right.
The other teams have.
And then the other night, that game Friday night was exciting, but Saturday was unreal how they came back. And then they came back yesterday, trailing by 4 in the 8th inning and tied the game. And then, in the 7th inning. And then in the 8th inning, Texas Arlington scored 8 runs. I tell you, Texas Arlington's got a good team.
Yeah, the guy that was the star for Troy was Manning Early.
Yeah.
No, not Manning Early.
Rigsby
Mosley.
Yeah, he is quite a player. And let me tell you this: they say that Lockridge,
the Frederick kid's playing real well for Troy too.
And I tell you, the guy that's playing great is Lockridge, the center fielder. A lot of people think he's a major league prospect, Mike. A major league prospect.
Bobby. I mean, right now, if you look at the stats for Troy, let's see who's leading them in hitting. I think Denison is.
Yeah,
Denison 376 with 3 home runs and 54 RBIs.
Yeah. And is a shortstop.
And then Sanders is 367 with 4 home runs, 20 RBIs. Frederick's 327, 5 home runs, 38 RBIs.
And Frederick, they say, is faster than Lockridge. I didn't know that.
And then Brandon Lockridge got 1 home run, 25 RBIs.
And what are they?
Stolen bases. Denison's 13 for 15.
Yeah,
Sanders is 16 for 19.
Yeah.
Frederick is 24 out of 26, and Lockridge is 19 out of 21.
Mike, guess what's happening right now? Will Matthews is walking in the door. Listen, and he got some Masters hats. Will, are you up here on business, or did you just drive up anyway?
I'm up here on business, and
good to see my good friend Will Matthews.
We selling Masters hats on the show today?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I brought you your Masters hat.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I've got a blue one and a pink one.
Yeah, I'll take both of them.
Well, so Will, when are you gonna be a granddad? Is that coming up pretty soon?
August 26th.
Yeah, look at these hats, ladies and gentlemen. You don't see hats like this much, and that's a good-looking hat. Is that pink? Or?
Well, I think it's salmon. I think.
Yeah, salmon or whatever.
And then that one's blue.
Yeah, this one's blue. So he brought me 2, and there's one I had in left because I didn't get down there to get them.
Well, I've had them sitting in my library for I don't know how long.
Well, I appreciate it, and I love those hats. Of course, it's Masters hats. Everybody don't have one. Come in there. Come in close on this if you can. And, of course, Will, good to see you.
It's good to see
Mike's
you.
on the other end. You got court duty up here or what?
I do, see there.
Oh, man. That's a good-looking time. You got a Masters tie on?
Got a Masters tie on.
Yeah. Will Matthews, attorney.
How many Masters is that now, Will? I know you got
51.
Coffee.
51 in a row.
Yeah.
51 in a row. Wow.
Yep.
Not many people can say that.
Do you ever have you ever been over the years and stayed in the cabins and stuff?
No, that's for.
Oh yeah.
That's for Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer and people like that.
But we've been talking this morning about Willow Point. I mean, not Willow Point, but which is a good golf course.
We're talking about the Regis tradition up here at Greystone.
Yeah.
At Greystone, and then
Is that this week?
I think it's the next.
Next week. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve. Boy, I tell you what, I appreciate it. You want some coffee?
No thanks.
Will Matthews.
And then you'll have the Women's U.S. Open at Shoal Creek.
Now I'm coming to that.
Yeah.
I will be at the U.S. Women's Open.
Yeah. Oh, I bet you will.
I'll be there.
And of course, Will Matthews with the Matthews.
You probably have played Shoal Creek a few times. What's your best round at Shoal Creek?
Well, the only time, Michael, I ever played in the U.S. Amateur, I tried to qualify probably 10 times back when I was in college and when I was young, you know, when I was in my 20s. They had the U.S. Amateur qualifier at Shoal Creek and Birmingham Country Club. And I shot a 70 at Birmingham Country Club, which is a very difficult golf course.
Yes, sir.
And then I went over to Shoal Creek in the afternoon. We played 36 holes in one day. And I was already tired. And you had to walk. And I shot a 74 at Shoal Creek, so I was even par. Well, there was a playoff with 3 people for one spot to go to the U.S. Amateur, and there was one other person that shot like 2 under, and like 2 strokes ahead of us. And on the first hole, I missed the green to the left. The other 2 guys were on the green putting at birdies, and I chipped it in for a birdie. Both of them missed. So I got to go to the U.S. Amateur.
You went to the U.S. Amateur.
Yeah, the only time I ever got to go, and it was at Aronimink in Philadelphia. And when we qualified, I was the top 64 made match play.
Yeah.
And I was in a playoff with about 6 people to get in. I tied the number. I was on a playoff to get into the match play, and I was seated 64th. I got one in the playoff. I was seated 64, playing the number 1 seed who had shot like 7 under par, and I'd shot like 5 over par, 4 over par. I can't even remember what I shot. Anyway, I beat him 6 and 5. He didn't even make a par.
Oh man!
The whole round. And the next match, I played somebody, and it was the same thing. I won like 5 and 4.
Oh, you won 3 matches.
And I won that, and then the next match, I played a guy from Canada that had won the U.S. Amateur, and I was 4 under par and got beat 2 and 1.
Oh man!
So the match I played really good, I got beat, and the ones I didn't play well, I won. So.
Want to mention the Matthews Law Firm today. Of course, he's in town to do a little law business, but also brings me my master's hats. You've been bringing me hats for I got about every color out there now.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you got me this one here because I let a young lady talk me out of my other one that looked like this.
Yeah.
Mike Amos is calling from Birmingham.
Your favorite running back that you used to always say that was as good as Kerryon Johnson didn't get drafted. Cameron Pedway, the kid out of Montgomery, didn't get drafted.
I can't
either,
understand that.
Well, I can. His injuries are bad, and they're not going to take a chance on him.
And then the big, strong safety for Auburn, number 28, Trey Matthews, who I thought for sure would be drafted, wasn't drafted either.
Yeah, I know it. He's been
it's amazing how some of these guys didn't get drafted.
Mike, they evaluate these guys, and I guess his pro day was no good. I don't know. I don't think Pedway even had a pro day.
And you know what? If you even own marijuana, they ought not to put you in there. I don't care what anybody says. It's a drug, and I wouldn't have a player that smoked it.
Yeah.
Well, marijuana's legal in about 6
I know it is in California.
It's going to be legal.
If you're an Alabama fan and you want a pro team to pull for the Washington Redskins. Last year they had Jonathan Allen and Ryan Anderson. This year they got Deron Payne and they got Sean Dion Hamilton. So you got 4 former starting Alabama players now playing for the Washington Redskins.
That surprised me that Hamilton went was so far down the line, but
Daddy, he blew out his knee 2 straight years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know, I think injuries have a lot to do with a lot of this stuff.
No question about it.
All I can tell you this though is with Payne and Allen on their defensive line, they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, no question about it.
What about Atlanta with Ridley and Julio?
I know it. I thought that was a steal.
That.
I thought that was the steal of the draft right there.
I think Ridley, I think Ridley is going to be at least equal to the guy that went to Kansas City, or not Kansas City, Oakland. Who's the guy?
You think Amari Cooper?
Yeah, Amari Cooper. I think Ridley's going to be just as good as Amari Cooper.
He's faster than Cooper, Mike. I believe he's faster than Cooper.
You know, Julio owns a Kia dealership in Tuscaloosa now, and you hear his commercials all the time.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does.
Julio
Jones Kia.
Herschel and Piercy won that. Well, what is it? A 4-ball or?
Well, it's 4-ball one day and alternate shot one day. They take turns.
And how about this? Justin Thomas, who's number 2 in the world and one of the hottest golfers in the world, plays with Bud Colley. He played at Alabama, and they don't even make the cut.
Yeah. Well,
I couldn't believe that.
Herschel and Piercy win 1.36 million, or 1,036,000. Did they just split that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, well, that counts as a win for both of them.
Absolutely, yeah. It's 400 FedEx points.
Duffner and Perez were in second place. They split 417,000. Utzenheimer, your favorite, and Schwartzel was third. Yeah, 273. Garnett and Hanley, I'd never heard of it. Garnett and Hanley. By the way, do you know Garnett Rigsby?
I do not.
Garnett Rigsby runs Jim Skinner Honda in Dothan. He's a big guy for a good friend of mine. I just want to throw that out.
Yeah.
It goes to my good friends at Pike County Ford on the bypass. And Jeremy, good morning to you and all the great folks that represent Pike County Ford. And, of course, my good friends at Horn Beverage this morning. And Booty and Donna and all the great people. And Bearfields, tell him you saw it right here on this show right here.
Yeah.
One of the great local clothing stores in the country.
Well, you don't have them anymore.
I bet you bought this right here, that coat from Bearfields.
I did.
Is it Hart Chaplin Mark? I think it is.
I don't know what it is.
Probably is.
No, it's Michael Kors.
Yeah, but of course he has a selection, a great selection.
Oh yeah.
Of men and women's clothing.
I know I bought this shirt.
So what's coming up in golf on the PGA Tour? You got the Wells Fargo, and then you got the Players Championship. Isn't that coming up, finally?
Yes. Tiger's going to play in both of them.
He going to win one of them. What do you think?
I don't think so.
You think it's just too much on him mentally?
I think Tiger, it's going to take a while to get Tiger back. He's playing better.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to play well enough to get on the Ryder Cup, isn't he? And in a Ryder Cup year?
Yeah, it is a Ryder Cup year. Yeah, that'd be fine.
This is a Masters bag.
Yeah, that's right, man. Want to keep that, don't we?
Yeah.
And, of course, people want to...
Did you know, Will, I was looking the other day, and somebody put something on Facebook or something I read. You can order the whole menu of food at the Masters for like $50.
Oh, everything's cheap there.
Yeah.
The whole menu.
Their sandwiches are $1.50.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
Yeah. All right, I'll sell them for $100 a piece. I don't think I would.
No.
Those things are hard to come by.
Well, they're easy to come by if you go to the Masters, because that's the only place you can buy them.
All right, you've been to how many straight Masters?
51.
All right, let me tell you what kind of guy he is. When you first get there, all right, let's just say this past Masters. Right. Tell everybody what you do.
Well, the first thing I do is go in the golf shop.
Go in the golf shop
and buy all my stuff.
A giant tent, is that right?
No. These are it's like walking into Walmart.
Oh, really?
And they just built a new one this year.
Yeah.
That's 3 times the size of the old one, and they've
got two. They have one tournament per year.
Yeah. It's open for 1 week a year.
Tell us what you bought when you went in there.
My bill this year was $2,300 and something.
Yeah.
I bought shirts.
For friends,
friends
like me.
Yeah, I had a list
So
of
when
people.
you buy all this, can you actually leave it there and come out and get it when the...
Absolutely,
That's the great thing about
Yeah,
it.
what you do, they put it in these big bags, and then you take it to a check stand right there in that building, right
That's
next
right.
door to it. And then at the end of the day, you come back and pick up your thing, walk out.
That's
with
why
it.
they sell so much.
Oh yeah, and you
It's
could
so
mail it
easy.
if you wanted to mail it home. You could mail it.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
They will do the shipping for you. You just pay them for the shipping,
Did
and
you get
they'll
it-
mail it home. For
did
a
you
lot
get
of
it
people,
pink sweater vest.
a lot of people, Mike, and Michael, a lot of people that come there fly, and they can't
right.
get all this stuff on an airplane. So what they do is very simple. They will mail it to you back home.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh yeah, they're smart. They
How
got
much that tie cost you?
about $85, $90.
Oh gosh.
I mean, it's still.
and these hats.
Look at there.
Yeah, exactly.
Augusta National.
That's a $26 hat.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
Oh yeah.
Now, what? I know you had to have friends bug you every year, but y'all usually call me and say, "What do you want?"
Yeah, I've got a list of people I bring stuff every year. One guy brought him 3 shirts.
Yeah.
$100 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, it's a great event and a lot of fun, and you've been doing it a long time. And,
Oh yeah.
What was this year? What was the thing that stood out to you more than anything?
Well, I saw Jack Nicklaus's grandson
You saw
make
him
a
do
hole-in-one on number 9 at the par 3 tournament in his caddy outfit. That was unbelievable.
That was big for Jack, wasn't
Oh
it?
yeah. And Tom Watson shot 6 under par out of the 9 holes. He birdied 6 of the 9 holes
That's
and won
amazing.
He's 68 years old. Won the par 3 at 68 years old.
Isn't that amazing?
He can still play.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And he's got how old is
Watson,
he now?
I mean,
68.
Yeah.
Nicholas's grandson's, what is he, 15? He's got
15.
too.
And he's big, man. He's big.
Is he a good golfer though?
Oh yeah.
Is he?
Oh God, yeah.
And but he's not even in college yet. Still in high school,
He's in the
isn't he?
10th grade.
Oh gosh. Oh me. I was looking on down this list here, and you got a lot of these guys. The big guys just don't play
Nicholas
Rose.
has 25 or 6 grandchildren, and every year at the par 3 he lets one of them caddy for him and then hit on the last hole.
Yeah, exactly.
And this one that made the hole-in-one said none of his grandchildren had ever even hit the green before, so he was just trying to hit the green and then it went in the hole.
I want to mention this. I was saying none of the big time guys playing this, but Rose and Stinson played together, and they won $31,000. They split $31,000.
I think that might be a piece. I think that is a piece.
What do you mean?
I think the winners get $1 million apiece.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That would be something.
Yeah.
So as far as playing in that tournament down there, I mean, that course is outside of New Orleans, I guess.
Yes, I've been to that tournament before.
Kukar, Char, and Watson made $16,200.
Yeah, that's Bubba Watson.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, Bubba's had a great year.
Yeah, I like Bubba. Day, and that's got Day and Ruffles.
Michael, I met Bubba Watson at the beach last year.
Yeah, you told that story. I know that.
And I asked him, I said, where do you play down here? He said, I never bring my clubs when I go to the beach.
Yeah.
That just shocked me. And a man goes somewhere for a week and doesn't even bring his golf clubs.
I know it.
I mean, if you were to play down the beach, down in Panama City Beach, where would you play? Bay Point, is that the nicest course?
The Ombre.
I think Ombre is equally as good. I would say the Nicholas course at Bay Point and the Ombre.
How about over?
What about the Sharks?
38? How about
Sharks Tooth is really good. Yeah, Sharks Tooth.
You ever play the Shark Tooth, man?
I played it twice.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's hard.
I watched them build that. I was speck fishing and watched them build it. But now Crooked Creek, right around the corner.
Camp Creek.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a pretty good course.
Yeah, it's very good.
You know the guy that he was a Troy graduate, died prematurely. That ran that. And it always was so nice to Troy people when they went down. Will Matthews is our guest this morning, ladies and gentlemen.
We used to always play the course on Baton Beach Road, the Holiday course.
Yeah, and they made it.
They've redone it. It's not bad.
I tell you what, you hit it in the water, you'll never find it because that's dark water.
And
you got alligators.
Gators,
no neck things
Yeah.
in there too.
Boy, did y'all see that alligator on the show down in New Orleans yesterday?
No.
Oh, he
Boy,
came right up on him.
He was huge.
Oh yeah.
Boy, I tell you, I don't.
I wouldn't want to be around that.
No,
booger.
no, me either. No question about it. Of course, Will is the owner and operator of the Matthews Law Firm, and of course, your dad started that law firm how many years ago?
1956.
1956.
62 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, a lot of your accounts date back that far, don't they?
No, I don't. Most of his clients are dead, I hate to say. Yeah.
And he, of course, came to Ozark from the University of Tennessee, wasn't he?
Well, he went to Vandy Law School, graduated from University of Tennessee. He was head cheerleader at Tennessee.
Yeah.
And then he went to Korea, and that's where he met my mother at Fort Rucker.
Oh, really?
And then went to Korea, and then came back, and then they got married, and went to Vanderbilt Law School.
Now, you married into your mother's related to a lot of the Troy people, is that right?
That's right.
The Trotmans.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
And
lost
Bubba died not too long ago. He died about 4 or 5 months ago.
Wasn't he a great guy?
Great guy.
Now, you know, he was he's one of the most sociable guys you'll find anywhere. And women would call him up and say, "Would you take me to this event?"
Yeah.
I mean, he had a long list.
Oh yeah.
They would call him, you know.
Oh yeah, he was a great guy, really was.
Really was a classic guy.
A lot of tragedy in that family, though. He lost 2 children and a grandson. He had 3 children, 2 children.
Now, one of them played quarterback, but he's not dead.
No, he's still alive. Charlie's still alive. Anyway, he had 2 children pass away and a grandchild pass away, and his wife passed away. So
yeah.
Yeah.
He had that beautiful home sitting out in the middle of that cow pasture.
One of his sons is living there now.
Yeah.
I think Woody's living there now.
Yeah. Well, I know this. He was a
there
great
it is,
guy.
Matthews Law Firm.
No question about it. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, Will is sitting here right now. Of course, you have been you're an Alabama graduate in law school. Is that right?
That's right.
Now you went to Vanderbilt and played golf.
Right.
How'd you end up at Vanderbilt?
Well, it's very easy. Now, when I came out of high school, I was rated one of the top junior players in the South. Well, I had offers from probably 40 places.
But the Future Masters wasn't there when you come
up. Oh, yeah, it was.
Did you play in that?
Yeah, I came in second. And I won my age group and didn't win the tournament. I won the 17, 18 age group and didn't win the tournament.
Yeah.
A guy that was 16 won. And
did a lot of coaches, recruiters.
Oh yeah,
come down there.
Even back then, that was the only junior tournament really in Alabama except the state junior.
Who were some other good golfers that came around about the same time you did?
Bill Hamrick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bill was a good golfer, wasn't he?
I think he went to Auburn.
Well, and he ended up going to Troy too. I think. Yeah.
I think he might have gone to Troy. Mike Griffin was at Troy then and had a really fabulous.
Saw Mike a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he had a fabulous.
Last week.
He had a fabulous program at Troy.
Hey, did you see this? Did you see this? And I'm gonna shock him. And look here. Last hole birdie helps Auburn to edge Alabama for SEC title.
I was following that, and the Auburn coach and I have become friends, and we were texting back and forth. Vandy got beat. Alabama beat Vandy in the match play. Vandy's ranked number 2nd in the country.
Are they really?
Now? They won it last year.
Yeah.
And they've got a tremendous team, and Alabama upset them in the match play part of it.
Yeah.
And then Auburn beat Alabama on the last hole.
Yeah. Wells Pageant made a 20-foot birdie putt to beat Alabama.
Yeah.
Jonathan Hardy won up. Alabama's Jonathan Hardy won up to give the 4th-ranked Tigers a 3-2 victory. But with this new coach, they were
4th ranked in the SEC.
Yeah, and was Alabama ranked 1 or who was ranked 1?
Vandy was ranked 1, and then LSU's got a real good team too, and then Auburn's got a real good team.
Coach Nick Senard is the coach there, and
Nick Kleinard.
The Kleinard says Alabama is great, but we just fought to the end. My anchor, Wells Pageant, was came through for us. All right, it says this: 6th-ranked Alabama made the title match with a come-from-behind win Saturday over number 4-ranked Vanderbilt in the quarterfinals and number 7 ranked Florida in the semifinals. So,
yeah.
They were worn out, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. They play 54 holes stroke play, then 54 holes match play. That's a lot of golf.
Yeah.
108 holes.
But now, when you came around in college and played at Vanderbilt, who were some good players? Were those Wake Forest golfers there and all that?
Well, they were. Yeah, Scott Hoke and I played against each other a lot.
Is he the one that missed that?
He missed a 2-footer to lose the Masters one year.
2-footer to lose the Masters.
And missed it so bad he didn't even hit the hole with it.
Did you know that, Mike? Hello. We've lost him. He'll call back.
He was in a playoff with Nick Faldo and missed a 2-footer. And
I remember that. That's one of the heartbreaks of all.
And he never overcame that, I don't think.
A 2-foot putt and would have won the Masters.
Yeah.
And that, of course, that will go down in history as
what was bad, he missed a 2-foot putt and he had a 5-foot putt coming back and he made that one.
Yeah.
But he missed a 2-footer.
Talking about this pageant guy, they said he hit a shot of a lifetime on 17 to take it to 18, but and their guy pageant hit a great birdie putt to win.
Right.
So and of course Auburn's Trace Crow, he probably related to my wife, defeated Davis Riley 2-1, and the Tigers' Brandon Mancino beat Wilson Furr 2-1. Alabama earned wins from Lee Hodges and Jovan Rabillo. Of course, Alabama won the top programs in
Very good.
Both of those guys go to the Nationals.
All of them go to the NCAA. Sure.
Yeah. And of course, we'll be watching that real closely. Will Matthews is, of course, is our guest, and of course, Will is also a big-time domino player.
I am.
But what makes you such a big-time? Just think of how many people play dominoes in this world, and you're ranked something like 3 in the world, or what?
I've been playing in Andalusia, I know, every year except the first 2. So started in 1976. So 1978 on, I've played every year.
Do you think you can take your hand and beat his hand, and his hand and beat your hand?
Well, I play doubles.
Yeah.
Now in singles is pretty much luck. I mean, what you pick up. But in doubles, you've got a partner. And you
exactly.
kind of play together and all that. It's a lot better. But
now you play. You don't know your doubles guy though, do you?
No, you blind draw out of a.
How close until y'all play?
You draw a ping pong ball and go straight to the table and play.
That's right, because they don't give you time to.
No, there's none of this getting together. And it's fun. I've been going over there a long time.
Oh yeah.
Met a lot of good friends, and one of the very good friends I had was Robert Newsom from Kansas City.
Yeah, and you went to his funeral last year.
And his family asked me to speak at his funeral, and I went. It's been back in February.
And you spoke about dominoes?
Well, I really didn't. I didn't speak much about dominoes, but I spoke about Robert. Yeah. And he was a very fine man. And I never knew anything about his personal business, but he was a multi-millionaire real estate developer.
Yeah.
And he got rich.
Yeah.
And he went to Kansas City with nothing, basically. And he had 10 brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So as he started becoming successful, he'd bring one brother in, then the next year he'd bring another brother in. And anyway, all of them ended up working for him at some point.
Now, people that play dominoes, I want you to hear this now. All right, let's just say you got the double 6. All right, you got the double 5, and you got the 3-2. Which one are you going to go down on?
Depends on what the other 4 dominoes in your hand are.
All right, okay. 0, 5, and...
if I've got the double 6 and the 6 tray in my hand, I'll go down with double 6 and get rid of it.
All right, go ahead and get rid of it.
Because it's safe.
But you don't want to try to score big with that double 6?
No, you get stuck with it and then...
I know,
Yeah.
Do you go, when you play singles or doubles, do you try to max out the table like with 5s or?
I play singles one day a year, and that's in Andalusia in the singles.
Is that right?
It's the only time I play singles.
And of course, you play doubles.
That's right.
And then y'all play.
Last year was the worst I'd ever done. In singles, I lost. Boom, boom, right off. You get 2 matches, I lost both.
Your group of players that you play with in Ozark, what, 4 to 6 players, or how many?
We usually have
2 games going on?
No, we usually have 4 or 6 show up, and you can play 4 at a time.
Yeah. And that's
now,
what
Andy Murphy from here has played with us.
And he's really
times.
good, isn't
Very
he?
good.
Yeah. Good friend of mine.
He and I lost in the finals one year of the doubles.
Yeah.
And we should have won.
Yeah. And of course, Andalusia puts this on, the old guy.
Dr. Tomlin.
Yeah, Dr. Tomlin. They call him
Dr. Domino.
Dr. Domino.
Yep.
And he's from Andalusia, and he had the vision, and now for the last 30 years, I'd say, they've had that
76 is 42 years ago.
42 years ago. And of
they
course,
started in 1976 as a bicentennial thing.
And anybody can pretty much go and play. Is that right?
Yeah, you just show up and pay $50 and you play.
That's right, yeah. But that includes a barbecue and everything, doesn't it?
Well, they've got a dinner on Friday night.
Yeah.
And you can go to that, and then they draw for a car or $10,000 or $15,000. I think it's $15,000 for a car.
Do you now a lot of your dominoes though at the tournament is the games y'all play after at night?
Oh yeah,
after,
we play at night. Yeah, we play the whole time.
Yeah, so I mean y'all.
Oh yeah, you're after that week.
You'll play 20 or 30 games.
I'll be dominoed out for a while after
exactly
that.
Right.
Yeah, it's fun though.
But you're right, it's a great game, and I know your folks have had place at the beach for years, and
oh yeah, we used to
the
play
old
down
Crow
the
House on down the street.
Oh yeah,
was where we resided, and there was always a table with dominoes on it.
I played that doctor's wife, Willa, who's now married to somebody else. What was her name? Mary Helen or something?
Oh, you mean
Helen?
Yeah, Helen Mills.
Yeah, she's married.
Married Gay Pittman, Walter Gay Pittman.
The doctor from Geneva.
Yeah, Walter Gay Pittman.
And I played her down there at your beach house.
And she beat you.
Beat me to death. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, but that's just the way things happen. She's been playing dominoes all her life.
Oh yeah, she beat me.
She's played in the tournament before.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law's played in the tournament before.
Oh yeah.
But Casey and I went down there one time and played one part of the tournament, but played against 2 guys, and they won. We won.
Coach Bryant came down there one time and played Jerry Clower. Now that was something. Now
I've got that tape.
Yeah,
I've got the tape of that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got it or where I got it.
Yeah, Jerry Clower. Jerry Clower spent the night in our house in Ozark. One night he spoke to the Rotary Club. My dad had him at our house for ladies' night of the Rotary Club years ago. I was a child. I was probably 12 or something.
And they gave Marcel the beer joint?
Marcel won the beer joint.
That's right. No question about it.
He did. Marcel took a chainsaw to that beer joint.
No question about it. We're also talking to one of the biggest Republicans in the world. And listen to this. And I thought this was real good news if it could work. Hear this now. This is in the Dothan Eagle this morning. North Korea will give up nukes if U.S. won't attack.
That's right.
Is that right?
Trump has absolutely got that guy scared in his shadow.
I mean, can you believe it? Let's see what it says here.
Oh, yeah, North Korea.
It says, we're laid back. All right, it says, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un told his South Korean counterpart at their historic summit that he would be willing to give up his nuclear weapons if the U.S. commits to a formal end to the Korean War and pledge not to attack the North, Seoul officials said Sunday.
Yeah, that's a big...
That just don't sound like him, does it?
Well, he's scared. And Trump, unlike previous presidents, Trump said, look, we're not going to tolerate this. If you don't get rid of them, we're going to get rid of you.
Yeah.
And I think he got some sense talked into it.
Kim also vowed during the meeting with South Korean President Moon Jae-in on Friday to shut down the North nuclear test site in May and disclose the process to experts and journalists from South Korea and the United States.
Right.
So you're gonna let them come in there and look.
That's right, and it's really a good thing for us. It's a good thing for everybody. Because that guy's a nut.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, I don't know what they did, but you know, it's great if we can put this to rest over there, and evidently we're promising them a lot. I'm sure we'll be giving them food and
that's
all
fine.
kinds of things.
Let them eat. They deserve to get some food.
Yeah.
China will give them food too.
Yeah. But of course that's big news today, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah. Huge.
What would you think of the job that that Trump's doing?
He's done fabulous. I mean, and gets no credit, which that's fine.
All right, tell us some things he's already done that surprised you most. In the tax?
The tax cut was tremendous.
All right, that put money back in people's pockets, didn't it?
He put a guy on the Supreme Court that is absolutely going to be great. That Gorsuch, Neil Gorsuch.
Yeah.
He's also beefed up the military, which the military had gotten slack under Obama.
Yeah.
He's already beefed it up big time.
But you know, he tells everybody all this stuff he's going to do, though. Why is he so public with it? Just politically or what?
He's doing what he promised to do when he got elected.
Yeah.
He's keeping his promise.
But he hasn't built the wall yet.
He's working on it. He got $1,500,000,000 already started.
Already?
Already. They're already working on it.
Who gave him $1 billion?
Congress. In this tax bill, they added in the budget that just passed.
That hidden in it.
No, it was right there. It was right there, in the budget.
Yeah. People don't realize that in a lot of these big things like that, if you don't read it good, you know, they might sneak something over on you.
Well, that's in there, and the military got a pile of money, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Helps this area, Fort Rucker.
Of course, your son works for him. Is that right?
That's right. He does.
And I noticed that your son got married or is going to get married.
He got married last year, and he's having a baby. So,
isn't that wonderful?
Yep.
Boy, hey,
August 26th.
It all started how long ago when y'all went to the Republican convention?
2 years ago.
He talked you into going. You didn't even want to go.
Well, I was going to the convention. Now, I went to a meeting, though.
In Cleveland.
Yeah, I went to a meeting in Montgomery 2 months before that. And that's when I saw Jeff Sessions, and Jeff Sessions got my son in with Trump.
Yeah.
And then the rest is history.
Did you know Sessions?
Oh, yeah, I've known him for years.
Have you?
Yeah.
Of course, you know, Dr. Doug Hawkins was big friends with him here in Troy.
Yeah.
I used to see him all the time. And Sessions, you know, bless his heart, you know, this Saturday Night Live, they ought to take that show off the air. They make our president look stupid.
Oh, yeah.
And Sessions looks stupid. He's a brilliant guy.
He is. He's a very good guy, and he's a very moral guy, and he won't be compromised. Now, he's doing a great job.
Yeah. And, you know, everybody says that the president is trying to take over the FBI. Listen, nobody's going to be able to take over the FBI. Don't you agree?
It's a big bureaucracy, as you know.
I mean, what I'm saying, you know, he can represent the FBI, but the FBI it stands alone pretty much, doesn't it?
Yeah, they and you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Of course, tell us about what Trump's doing that will help Ozark.
I got about 5 minutes before I got to run, but the president, his policies, especially this military thing, that really helps Southeast Alabama.
Oh, no question about it. And Troy, too.
Yeah, Troy's got
because we got Martin Marietta up there.
That's right, that's right. And so I think that's the main thing Trump has done, and the tax breaks to the middle class people that need the money.
Yeah.
You know. And it's hurting folks, you know, that in my status that I make a lot of money, I have to pay more taxes. That's fine. As long as the people, the working class people, get a break, then I think that's fine.
Yeah,
I don't mind paying a little more. I don't pay much more, but
but I agree with you. Thank you so much for being with us.
It's good to see you.
Ben Will Matthews, bringing me my hats and saving me a trip, and I appreciate it. We're going to take a short break. Brought to you by the Huddle House.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Life is hectic enough without worrying if your lights will stay on or if there's hot water for your child's bath. So count on natural gas to keep the energy flowing, even when the weather is unpredictable. Natural gas is always there to keep your home warm, showers hot, and food cooked to perfection. That's why America has relied on safe and affordable natural gas for more than 150 years. And we will be here for you and future generations too. You can count on natural gas from Southeast Alabama Gas District.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Here at Town & Country, we are proud to be an American.
We've had you covered on the inside since 2005, and with our addition of Southern Grill and Patio, we now have you covered on the outside. Come see our great selection, where we make sure grilling and relaxing go hand in hand.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Back to our show, brought to you by the Huddle House right here in Troy, and talking about a great breakfast. They've got it, and of course all of their food's good and delicious, and their omelets are fantastic. I was fixing my hat here. Will brought me a couple of, and I've got several of these hats. He brings them to me every year, but I was going to try one I'm on right here real quick, and let's see here. Yes, sir. I got me a hat ready to go. Then he got me a pink one, or it's got a sort of a pink colored one, but this is also a good looking hat, and I'll be looking forward to wearing them and enjoy wearing them, and hope that I'll get out and play a little golf in them before long. Of course, our show's brought to you by the Up Store, located on South Brundage Street, and if you own a business or you need help with a certain project, I recommend the Up Store. They can do so many things. They can take a little bitty picture and make it big at a very reasonable price. They do a lot of enlarging of photos and do a great job of it, and we appreciate them so much being a part of our show. Also, Express Oil Change, located on the bypass right here in Troy. Chris Nottman and those folks have been in business a long time. Every month, or about every 3,000 miles, I have my oil changed at Express Oil, and now they're got a full service garage that can do all kinds of work on your car, and also they're in the tire business today. And of course, I want to mention our good friends Denny Sanford at Sandbuck Insurance on the square, or just off the square in downtown Troy, and we appreciate him very much for being a sponsor of our show. And A1 Services, Terry Modes, call him at 566-4220, and we appreciate him. And also Southeast Alabama Gas District, located just off the square in downtown Troy, with home headquarters in Andalusia, but got a big store here in Troy. And if you need gas for your home, or as far as cooking or heating and cooling, you need to call them today. They do a great job. Of course, it's 8:18, and we're talking about Troy Bank and Trust Company this morning. And now with their offices open now in Dothan, and they're off and running. They're off and running in Auburn. They're off and running, ladies and gentlemen, in Enterprise. in New Brockton, in Goshen, 3 stores here, or banks here in Troy, also Brundage, also New Brockton, in Elba. There are 12 locations of Troy Bank and Trust Company to choose from, and we appreciate them so much. Also, Troy Regional Medical Center, located on Highway 231 South, one of the strong local hospitals in Alabama, and we're so privileged to have a great hospital right here in Troy. Of course, this past weekend, Troy's baseball and softball teams won their 3-game sets with University of Texas at Arlington. Now, Arlington's located between Fort Worth and Dallas, a huge area, and they're able to get a lot of good players, but Troy was really played outstanding ball this weekend. Of course, want to mention Pike Liberal Arts baseball team has a big game coming up this week in Tuscaloosa, and if they win that series, best 2 out of 3, they will advance to play in the state tournament in Montgomery. Pike Liberal Arts is at Tuscaloosa Academy, and that's at 4 p.m. on Wednesday. That game's going to be on 4 p.m. on Wednesday in Tuscaloosa. So, good morning, you on Today in L.A. How you doing?
Calling back.
Glad you did. Mike Amos calling in from Birmingham this morning. Still cold up there?
Yeah, it's going to warm up. It started at 42 this morning. It's supposed to be in the 70s by the time the day ends, so it's going to warm up pretty good bit.
No question about it.
I'll be honest with you. I don't remember having pollen stick around this long. It's been brutal for me this year. I mean, I've had like some kind of congestion call for almost a month now.
You're right.
I'm hoping it'd finally be gone, but still lingering around.
You're exactly right, and I went through a tough weekend. I had my nephew visiting me from California, and I come down with this crud, and I call it the crud. That's what everybody else does. But I enjoyed the weekend. Saw some good baseball on Friday, and then went
to local teams left playing baseball. High school teams.
Right now, Pike Liberal Arts. Pike Liberal Arts is still in the state playoffs. They're the number 1 ranked team in the Alabama Independent Schools Association, coached by Alan Ponder, and they're really good, Mike. They're 31-4. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I've been really busy. We got all these high schools across the state starting spring practice this week as well, so a lot going on as far as that goes as well. These poor kids start spring practice in May, and then next thing you know, they're already into summer practice.
Oh, I know it.
I would like a little bit more space in between, maybe.
No question. Now, I would like to mention that the Jamboree coming up, Mike, they're going to have a 15-team Jamboree, the biggest in Alabama.
I saw where Hoover College is playing.
Hoover's going to be in it. They got teams from Georgia and Florida. It's going to be really good. It's coming to Troy. And we'll be
the Troy Cable Classic.
Yep, Troy Cable will be right in the middle of it, and be broadcasting a lot of the games live.
I'd be interested to see how long field turf lasts. Like, how long has it been since Troy's replaced their turf?
About I want to say 8 years. Why is that?
No, I mean, I'm just wondering, like, when do you need to pull it up and replace it? I just didn't know.
I don't know. Right now, Troy's looked all right from a distance, but I don't know.
So as far as that goes,
I think our end zones need to have some color in them, don't you?
Yeah, I think I'd like that. As far as playing though, that the spring classic on Troy Cable, that'll be what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday games?
Yeah.
So it'll be games all week.
Yeah, all week, starting on Monday, early in the week. And
I tell you what, that's great exposure for Troy University as far as potential students down the road as well.
Oh, yeah, I've got a schedule in the
every single one of those kids ought to leave Troy University with a T-shirt or a cap or something.
Yeah, I know it. You're right. No question about it.
That's a great marketing tool.
Yeah.
But like always, where are all these people going to stay?
I know it, exactly. But see, they're on different days, one thing. That's good.
Yeah. I guess in a spring game, technically, you'll probably just bust them in and bust them out, I would imagine.
Of course, we've got a huge softball tournament coming to Troy, and we'll be watching that closely. And,
did I get my white Masters visor today?
Oh, yeah, man. You didn't get a visor. He evidently
for a visor, I thought.
Well, he didn't bring them. He brought 2 hats, one blue and one a pink-looking hat.
Okay.
And I've gone ahead and paid him for it, and he's already left.
So we don't. I'm gonna be without a Masters visor, huh?
I know. If I'd gone down there earlier, I probably would have gotten it, but I didn't.
Well, I'll have to look at one of those hats, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. You don't wear hats much, though, do you?
Man, I just love those Masters visors.
Yeah.
You know, the big bill, they just fit real well. I throw them on all the time. Anywhere I go, especially down at the beach or just running around town. I love to wear those visors.
Yeah. Want to mention Carroll of Ozark is going against St. Paul this week in soccer. In the state playoffs for girls in high school soccer.
Yeah, I've got a few soccer teams in the playoffs. I got Leeds, one of my Adidas schools right down the road. They're in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I was looking at your baseball.
Soccer's big up here, man.
Oh, I know it. I was looking at baseball, Mike, and you still got a few teams in the baseball deal too, don't you?
Yeah, I got a few.
Mortimer Jordan is still in it, aren't they?
Well, that's not mine. The big schools up here, you know, Hoover's still in it. Mountain Brook got beat this weekend by James Clemens.
Yeah, I know it. That surprised me. Where's James Clemens? Huntsville?
Yeah, big 7A Huntsville school.
Yeah, and then the Huntsville High is real good too, Mike. They beat Vestavia. They beat Vestavia twice.
I saw where Old Mountain got beat, so Coach Irons is out.
Yeah, and Bob Jones. No, they won, Mike. No, excuse me. They lost in.
I thought Bob Jones.
They did. Bob Jones beat them 12-5.
Yeah,
Bob
Coach
Jones
Irons has done a really good job up here.
So that's 3 teams right there, Mike, from Huntsville that are in the playoffs, still in the playoffs.
Of course, Frank Sadler used to be the head coach of Bob Jones.
Yeah, exactly. Hoover is the Trussville beat Hoover. Yeah, they did. Trussville knocked out Hoover. Excuse me.
Hoover did get beat? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Hoover got beat by Hewitt Trussville 7-3.
Yeah, you know, Pike County's head coach was assistant at Hoover for a long time and played there, Taylor Barnes.
That's right. Coleman continues to win. You know, they always are good. Hazel Green continues to win.
Hazel Green's really good in athletics.
Now, see, they're in Huntsville, too. That's 4 teams out of Huntsville. Helena won. That's big for them.
Yeah, Helena's got a really beautiful new school. You know, they split from Pelham a few years ago, and man, it's really nice.
And Homewood beat Gardendale.
Homewood's got a really good team this year.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you got to get in the car with me one day next time you go to Birmingham and go look at some of these schools. They look like colleges. Gardendale's got a brand new school that's huge. Helena's brand new. It's just amazing, some of these huge, massive schools they built around Birmingham.
You know, Troy's recruiting a lot of players out of Birmingham. And I want to tell you this, something that Mike is doing, Mark Smart is doing. He's signing a lot of high school players right out of high school, Mike.
Yeah, that's smart.
And that's smart, yeah.
And developing them.
No question about it.
Troy had their alumni weekend. Did you run into the old players you hadn't seen in a long time?
Yeah, I saw a lot of the old players. It was good to see them, too.
I'm sure these guys are more likely to come back with Mark being the head coach than anybody, you know, former player and, you know, was on all those great teams.
Yeah,
so I'm sure a lot of guys come back for those weekends.
Exactly. G.W. Long is still in it. Arrington is still in it, Mike. Arrington plays St. Luke's. St. Luke's, they say, he's got a pitcher.
Arrington hired Coach Valdez. He was the JV coach at Applied Liberal Arts last year. His name's Jonathan Valdez, and I think got some of those players to come down there and play. I know Andy Blair's son's playing for him down there.
Oh, gosh, he's good, too.
So there's a lot of those kids that played JV ball at Applied Liberal Arts under him that went to play at Arrington this year.
Yeah. St. Luke's, Mike, has a pitcher that's out of sight, though. Wicksburg, American Christian.
You remember that kid from Ardmore that Charles Henderson played? He was out of sight and was the #1 pick. And
is he still in the pros?
And, I don't know. I hadn't kept up with what happened, but they beat Charles Henderson and shut him out. And Charles Henderson whipped them 2 straight after that.
That's right.
Championship.
Andalusia's got a real good team. They're 24-5 or 24-4. Aniana plays Sardis.
Yeah, Aniana won. They're good.
American Christian plays at Mobile Christian, and Wicksburg played at Gordo. Gordo is 29-3, and they beat Montgomery
Gordo's
Academy.
Been good for a long time. A guy I worked with, son, led him to the state championship last year, Langdon.
And I was just looking at some of these guys. Lee of Huntsville, another Huntsville school in it. So it's amazing how good baseball is in Huntsville, Mike.
Yeah, I tell you, everybody needs to go watch the Braves too. They're off to a hot start. They're 16-11, and they brought up that Ronald Acuna Jr. He's supposed to be the top prospect in the major leagues, and he's already hitting like 400 this past week since he's been called up. So
how about our guy with the California Angels?
What guy? The guy from the Japanese leagues?
No, the center fielder.
Well, the California Angels. He played at Troy?
Mike Trout.
Oh, yeah, Mike Trout, yeah.
Mike Trout's already got 11 home runs.
Yeah.
Pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, they always compare him to like a young Mickey Mantle.
Yeah. Kevin Harvick, of course, Logano wins at Talladega, and of course that's our time is up. We hope that you enjoyed our show today, and
call you tomorrow.
Appreciate Will Matthews coming by and Mike Amos calling in, and we hope that to see you tomorrow bright and early for Today in LA.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States